This is the tourism update. My name is Chief Koti and welcome along to yet another exciting edition, and exciting indeed as the government of Zimbabwe has put aside some money to be able to assist the tourism sector to recover. The stimulus recovery package was put together, but people are talking about the $500 million that was put in place. Well, earlier this morning, the Minister of Environment, Climate, Tourism and Hospitality Industry, Honorable Ndhlovu, had a discussion with the industry where he was delivering and unpacking this particular fund that is meant to cushion the industry, and he had to explain how it's going to work and how it's going to be dispersed. Let's hear him talk to the industry.
COVID-19 pandemic outbreak, which started in November 2019, is expected to further dampen the tourism in Zimbabwe and indeed globally. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, 2020 is projected to be a very difficult year for the tourism business, as countries including Zimbabwe have gone into lockdown, whilst numerous business events have either been cancelled or postponed and flights have been suspended for a lengthy period of time. Government will provide bank guarantee facility worth $500 million to assist the tourism sector to access working capital loans from the financial sector. In coming up with this decision, government is cognizant of the fact that the tourism sector has lost substantial business through cancellations and postponement of travel since January 2020 to date. Two is the Tourism Revolving Fund. Government has approved the establishment of a Tourism Revolving Fund for the sector and has injected seed capital of 20 million Zimbabwe dollars into this fund. While government has injected the local currency to kickstart the revolving fund, we will continue to work with local and international partners to attract more capital into this fund. Three is the waiver of value-added tax on domestic tourism. One of the key lessons clearly coming out of the events and unfolding around the effects of COVID-19 pandemic is the need to develop domestic tourism. In this respect, it is envisaged that due to the current measures that restrict travel aimed at containing the COVID-19 pandemic, international tourism will be slow to recover, hence the need to provide incentives to stimulate domestic tourism. Government has therefore approved a waiver of value-added tax payable by domestic tourists for accommodation and services. This is envisaged to significantly lower the cost of accessing tourism facilities by locals. Government is well aware that a number of international clients had made advance payments for their travel into Zimbabwe, which were however interrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. We appeal for such potential visitors to postpone their visits and come when the scourge is over. In this regard, government has approved the deferment of the liquidation of foreign currency paid by international clients who could not travel due to the pandemic.
The Honorable Minister does say that the industry is going to be the hardest hit as far as the economical activity is concerned in the country, and this time around the government has stepped in, and has stepped in big, but we have to start from somewhere as we go along with this particular recovery plan. This has been yet another exciting edition of the Tourism Update right here on your Zimbabwe Tourism Authority platforms. My name is Chief Koti and